Alright people, I am trying real hard not to get disgusted. It's been one heck of a day. First off, I had cataract surgery late last week, and my glasses don't work anymore. My eyesight's way better, I mean, as far as looking over there. All I need now is readers, but I go back at the end of the month for a appointment to get a new prescription. But anyway, readers been working out fine for me. It's just pain in the butt taking them on, or putting them on and taking them off. Struck out today on another adventure and pretty much struck out. I went to a county park, got there, drove 40 miles, 42 or 3, and the park was closed for renovations. Apparently it's been closed all summer. Nobody told me. But anyway, we didn't go to that park. Well, we went there, but that was about it. So we came out here to another park. I was actually in this park once this year, and I was in a different campground. We're at Backbone State Park, and I'll show you where the campground we're at. This is all primitive, and most of it is reservable, so there's very few spots to choose from, even with it being the middle of the week. There is, well, let me see if I can make this work. No, I can't. I ain't even smart. I'm trying a different camera. Maybe I'm still recording. Anyway, here's what we're looking at. There, that's what I wanted to do. I don't know why they made that so difficult. But anyway, I'm using a different camera. We are at a primitive campground at Backbone State Park, and there's a lady over there with a dog, and there's a guy down there by himself. Then there's these tents over here with nobody around, I'm sure. Maybe they're working or something. I don't know. They'll probably be back. But anyway, that's where we're at. I already recorded one whole video and then realized that I don't believe my microphones have been the problem the whole time. I believe it's that flash, well, where you plug the microphone in an iPhone. I've been using that old iPhone, and it's, I think it's about gave up on me. Anyway, shot a whole video, or, you know, good 3 or 4 minutes, and the audio was terrible. So I'm going to try this camera and these microphones and see what we got here. Nothing really going on right now. I kind of got camp set up. Picnic table's a pile of crap over there, so I'm not even going to use it. It's I went to move it, and it wobbles more than I do after 4 or 5 bush lights. But anyway, we're not going to use that. We do have some firewood and a nice fire pit, so we're going to mess around here and probably cook us something to eat here in a little bit. But in the meantime, I'll get back with you if something happens. Hey, please hit like and subscribe if you get a chance. Alright folks, while we have a lull in the activity here, we are going to try to start a fire. Got one of my not so patented fire starters, just cotton makeup pads with Vaseline in the middle. Kind of rip it open and get a rough edge on it. Then we'll see if we can start a fire the old-fashioned way before I run out of breath. Well, we can't do nothing because well, let's rough her up a little more. Well, one side works, one don't. There we go. Well, that was a struggle. No wonder so many pioneers died when they were young. Man, let me throw some of this stuff on here. Try to get it going without putting it out. Boy, that's nice right there. Let me see if I can turn you around real quick without looking like I'm a creeper. It's I guess that's a Dodge Ram ProMaster. Pretty sure that one is made by the professionals. Man, that thing is nice. If I hit the big time, that'll be me. Not really. I'm gonna be riding around in this 1976 molester mobile till I don't know, till I croak, most likely. I've been sitting around here thinking about supper tonight. I've got a couple of options, and I'm not sure which one to go with. Well, let's try not to put this out. I thought I'd get some fire started. When I make up my mind what we're really going to do for supper, which is going to have to be pretty soon because I am starving like Marvin. I don't know if you can even see that emblem on the side of the truck. I don't know. It's supposed to turn green when it's zoomed or focused. Anyway, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll get back with you when we get some supper going, or if we watch this fire go out. Oh, I want to show you how close I am to the facilities. That, my friends, is not what I had in mind, but this is just going to be for one night. No matter how many nights I camp, this is going to be the only night here. You can bet on that. Oh, I did drag the picnic table a little closer so I'd have some place to set my water jug to wash my hands and dishes or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to fire up the hot water heater for one night or not, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll get back with you when we make up our mind. All right, folks, this might be crazy, but we're going to try to make something to eat here. Get the cobwebs out of the pot. I have some of this canned venison that I do every year. It's just pressure cooked. I don't know if I put a beef bouillon or anything in there on this batch or not. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. We're going to use some of that. Well, maybe we are. If I can get it out. There we go. Remember, you got to take the jar home or you can't go home. Some pretty big chunks. I can probably mash that up a little bit. But to that, I'm going to add some of the seasoned red beans and rice. And I'll show you where I'm going with this as soon as I figure it out. There's quite a bit of juice in there too, so I don't think I'll have to add any moisture. Probably going to have to cook it down. And should have brought a garbage bag out, I guess. But I can hide it all right back here and nobody will ever know. Give that a little stir. Well, really, before you even stir it, I'm going to add some taco seasoning to it. And I'll tell you why. I have a can of refried beans, and I also have some shredded cheese and tortillas in there. So somehow, out of this rice and beans and venison, I'm going to attempt to make me some tacos, burritos, whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever you want to call it. I got my fire started a little earlier. Well, a little too early is what I did. But I think I got plenty of wood. I ought to make it. Tell you what, I might add just a little bit of water to this. Well, I don't know. Hell, let's just see what happens with this. Because that taco seasoning, normally it says they add a quarter cup of water. Or, I don't know, half cup something. I don't know. But, ooh, it is definitely taco flavored. Let me see if I can turn you around here. We got the fire blazing over there. Of course, we don't want it blazing too much. Probably going to rip the silicone or melt the silicone handle on my pot. So I'm going to pull that off. Let that sit there and just heat up. Then when it's cooked the appropriate amount of time, we will go ahead and do those refried beans, get our tortillas out here and warm them over the top of that. And see if we can make a burrito. All right, I'll get back with you when we get closer to done. Oh, hey, welcome back. So here's what we got going on for supper. You saw the refried beans and the taco concoction I made. Well, it's warm and everything's looks like it ought to be where it ought to be. So once again, we're going to use the pie irons. And hopefully this works out. So we're going to put a tortilla in there. We are not going to grab that. Then we're going to put a spoonful of our venison and red beans and rice in there. I think a spoon, well, maybe a spoonful and a half. Then, well, there you go, folks, messed up already. Should have put the refried beans on the bottom, but we'll use it for glue, hopefully. Man, the flies are terrible out here today. Then, yeah, we might as well put a little of this on there. It's our Danger Close hot sauce. Whoa, that don't even look safe. A little bit of that goes a long way. And that was actually a lot of that. Then, some of this triple cheddar cheese, because that's what they had. Normally I get the, I don't know, taco blend or Mexican cheese, whatever they call it. Do not need to seal this back up, or we'll be carrying more flies back in the house than we have in there already. Now I'm going to attempt to fold this over. Oh, it ain't going to work. Well, then I will use 2 tortillas. Well, I didn't want to do that. Tortillas are a precious commodity. But I think what we need to do, probably trim that back off a little bit where we can get it hooked. Then we'll just trim around the edges. Tell you something else. If I wasn't lazy, I would toast this and make me some chips. I should have got the smaller tortillas. Oh, yeah. All right, you saw what I done did there, right? Now, if we can get over here to the far, we're going to put these over that fire and try to toast it. And I honestly don't know what you would call one of these. Probably a mess. Man, I really hate to waste those tortillas. Wonder if we can toast them and then like throw them on top like crunchies. I don't know, we'll see. I'll get back with you in just a minute when we get one of these done. Of course, you know we're not going to stop at one. Alright guys, we're going to take this off. I'm thinking it is about ready. The leftover tortilla, I've been dipping it in the refried beans. Let me see if I can point you at the table over here. Whoop. Not sure what I did there. I know I have a hot iron in my hand, and it is not going good. Well, I believe that's all we're going to get. I definitely don't want that touching my plastic bags. I'll show you that side of it first. Yeah, the other side's not as done, but there you go. We're going to have to try it and see what it's like. But I also have a tortilla heating up over here. So, refried beans everywhere. Put a little of that in there, or a lot of that. I got a feeling the dishwasher ain't going to show up tonight. Alright. I don't know what you'd really call the thing I did in the pie iron, but I'm calling that a taco. And I'm going to call all of this supper. So, if you like what you're watching, please hit like and subscribe. If you don't, do it anyway. I need all the help I can get. Alright, thanks for watching. Oh, morning. We got some coffee going over here. I've already had 1 cup while I was lounging around the van. But thought I better make a bunch this time. That last cup didn't last long. I just did 1 little pour over. And we're going to try to get a man-sized pot going here. I think I'm going to get me a fire going. Yeah, get me a fire going, then maybe cook some breakfast. Clean up my mess from last night. I got a sink full of dirty dishes. Well, I would have if I had a sink, but I got a collapsible bowl full of dirty dishes. Probably should have left them outside last night and let the coons clean it up, but I didn't. But we're going to get the coffee done, get a fire going, then we'll think about cooking breakfast. All right, folks, breakfast is going to be simple this morning. We have some maple and brown sugar oatmeal. Got 2 packets of it. We're going to put some butter up in here. About that much. And a little dab of this fresh honey. And hopefully our water's hot. This ain't the most luxurious meal I've ever made for breakfast, but I tell you what, it's quick, it's easy, and it's pretty good. I've still got last night's dirty dishes looming over my head as a reason I didn't fry me up some eggs and bacon or make me a breakfast burrito or anything like that. I'm going simple and easy. Still debating on whether to get the water heater out and heat up some actual dishwater or just heat it up in a coffee pot or something. Pot, whatever. Anyway, looks like I got my oatmeal a little thin, but it's good enough. I'm going to sit over there by that fire, finish off some coffee, and eat this oatmeal. I will see you when I am done. All right, folks, we have got camp cleaned up and fire's out. All I got to do is fold the table up, throw my step stool in there. Well, I guess I should go over and get my solar panel over there. I stuck my solar panel over there in the sun. I've got my my power bank hooked to it, the little gray cell. It's hiding behind it in the shade. Trying to get it charged up before I leave, and not much hope on the van. It's parked in the shade, but anyway, we've got everything cleaned up and I guess ready to roll. Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. Anyway, I think what we're about to do, we are gonna head somewhere else. Not sure where, but we ought to be able to find a place between here and home. Stop, maybe stay the night, and I'd like to find a place to fish. We'll have to see what happens. All right, I'll get back with you in a little bit when we figure out where we're headed. All right, folks, we departed our last location, And I did catch one trout. He was about 2 inches long. I think I just snagged it in the gills. But this is where we're at now. And this is probably not where I'm going to camp. I mean, I'm going to camp in this park somewhere, but probably not right there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to throw a hook in there real quick. See if I can snag anything else. But this place is beautiful. And there is public hunting allowed here. And it is squirrel season. I don't have no squirrel hunting pants, but don't think I want squirrel hunting a pair of short breeches. Alright, let me get this shut off and I'm going to find my fishing pole. I'll get right back with you. Alright folks, in case you haven't noticed, we are at a whole different spot. I came back to one of my old favorites since it was fairly close. Was a guy at the end of the road that sold firewood, $5 a bundle, so I didn't buy any till I got here, or I was gonna buy some from him. Got down there to his house, he has taken up his wood stand or whatever, so he doesn't sell wood anymore. And I'm far enough away from everything that I'm not going to drive anywhere and get none, so we might run a cold camp tonight. But what we are going to do is get after these trout. I'll see if I can show you this little stream. Man, I tell you what, this thing is unruly. This bigger camera is kind of hard to manage. Well, there goes my fishing rod. I don't know if you can see the rocks up there or not. I don't think you can. Well, apparently you can't zoom with this either. Well, you can, but I'm not smart enough. Take it down here. That's going to be my objective right there. I got a feeling there's trout hanging out in there. I hope. Man, it's pretty out here. But we're going to get set up. I don't know how much setting up I'm going to do. I know I'm going home in the morning. You got to bear with me on this shaking camera. Boy, this camera is a little heavier than the old iPhone, but it works. So I'm going to get rigged up here and go try to catch a fish. All right, everybody, I cannot get a bite. I don't know what's going on, but what I'm about to starve to death. So I figure this is about the quickest thing I can fix right now. Boy, there ain't much chicken in there. Should have got the big can. Yeah, I don't know if that almost wasn't worth dirtying up a pot for. But you gotta eat something. Man, that pot don't really fit the stove. Sorry about that. Well, I'm gonna have a foot. What I'm going to try to do is make me a couple of barbecue chicken wraps. I was about to make one. But we'll try to squeeze 2 out of it. Then I'm going to need more barbecue. I don't know, it's just going to be a light snack anyway. Oh, we can get it warm up. Oh, I'll tell you what. I might as well cut you guys off. Apparently, there's no big secret to wrapping some chopped up chicken in a tortilla and putting some cheese on it. So, I don't know, if I catch fish after a while, I'll bring you back. It's actually going to be, I think it's going to be kind of low key out here tonight. No firewood, I can't get the fish to bite. I did stop on the way here at a hardware store in a little town. They had some fishing stuff, but it wasn't nothing but hooks and sinkers. They didn't have any kind of lures or flies or anything. So that was a bust. But they did tell me I could drive right back where I just came from. There was a place there. Well, I wish I'd have known that. But I opted not to drive anywhere. Well, I mean, except here. I just, I don't know. Slept good last night. Slept all night. Well, I mean, I was up late, so I slept late. But, I don't know, was walking up and down that creek earlier or what, but I'm just not feeling it today. Took my medicine this morning. I don't know what it is, but if I get to feeling better, I'll get back with you. And I might, when I get these done, I might get to feeling better. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Let me go ahead and get you guys shut off before I burn them up. All right, folks, we have moved one more time, and we're not moving again. Or if we do, I don't know why we would. We are right on the creek. This place is beautiful. And that hole right there, I fished it a little while this morning. There were some pretty good sized trout in there. They were following my bait, but they never would take it. I think I got one decent bite and then couldn't set the hook. We're going to use the old barbecue crock tonight. Got a couple of, oh, they're tenderized pork loins. Really not worth starting a fire for. I could do them in a skillet just as easy. But only thing we got out was the little 1-burner stove, jug of water, a chair, and a small table. I am tired of packing and unpacking. So, this is where we're at. But I'll show you the rest of the story. There's a gravel road right there. And this is actually a pull-off. But I plan on leaving early in the morning anyway. And hopefully, by the time the trout fishermen get here, I'll be gone. Or I'll be in the process of getting ready to go. So, here's the big thing. If you like the content, which I know there's not much this time. I mean, all I've done is cooked and a little bit of fishing. Had one of me wading the creek. Now, I'm not even sure I turned my microphone on. I'm going to have to go back and look at those when I get home. May do it tonight. I don't know. But I don't know if I'll fish anymore tonight. Probably won't in the morning. But we'll see what happens. If you get a chance, hit like and subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, and every subscriber helps me out. So I think we're going to take it easy for a little bit before we try to cook anything. And I realized I left my headlight with my dove hunting stuff in my dove bucket, so I don't have my headlight with me, but I do have a different light in there I could use, I guess. But I'm not sure how much filming we'll do after dark. So if you like it, hit subscribe, hit the little notification bell. That way you'll get a notification if I post anything. And can't think of anything else. Have any comments? You can put them in the comments, or my address is below in the description. You can send me a nasty note or whatever you want. But I appreciate everybody that watches, and thanks for coming back. Not sure if this is the end of the video, but it may well be. I am pretty much whooped. I had to take a little hike earlier up the side of this hill behind us, but I was further down that way. Hiked up there to get a phone signal to call the wife, check on her. But if I don't see you later tonight or in the morning, this will be it, folks. I appreciate it.